Good evening. So I'm going to try to keep my finger off of the mic so you can hear me all right. So I'm going to kind of go on a rampage tonight about this milkman mentality that, in my opinion, ag is kind of stuck in. You know, I don't think it's a secret that I really hate the socialistic policies that are, that are rumored that we're going to get $2 for soybeans and, here's some breadcrumbs on the floor. It doesn't help anybody out. Maybe it does help somebody out, but man, if you're a young farmer, you got to have a policy that rewards. If there was no such thing as a grading system, people wouldn't give a shit. I won't go on that, but so the problem that I have is all the rules tied to the subsidies. Well, I don't like the subsidies to begin with, but a lot of these relay cropping practices, cover cropping practices, they've got dates and everything. It kind of really puts a wrench in the innovation. And you get the resistance from the locals. And, I got support around here, but, there's something about putting a crop out like it's magical or something. I don't know if you call this a cover crop or a cash crop. You can see the shit lines right there. I don't look at crops. I look at holes in the bucket. And we're almost to June. We've been in the 80s. How much nitrogen have we lost from manure? And a guy will say, well, it was free, right? No, that's an advantage that we have. We gotta change our system a little bit. So we're just trying, and there's some ugly. I wanted to quit showing you all the good stuff. We got some ugly shit out here. I got a drowned out spot right here. There's a lake that's been up there since August, and out of this 75 acres or so, there's about 6 or 8 acres that the weed ain't gonna be worth a damn. Might not be picture perfect, but you get up where it's pretty, they're helping each other out. So milkman mentality, industry has went away from the milkman. The IGA came on the corner and said, hey, you don't need to run around just sell milk anymore, sir. Just chillax. We'll just put it in the back and we'll sell some meat and stuff. And I think we've got to start trying to capture more value in our fields than just growing one crop. It's pretty sickening to me that 9% of Ohio is planted and 14% of Indiana is planted. We're almost to June. So what started this whole thing, I got a buddy that was getting married and we were about ready to jump out of a plane, and it was like June 6th and all of Indiana was brown. I thought, what a freaking waste, and you're seeing it on our soils. We continue to get rains, they're just getting more unfunctionable by the day. They're getting harder and the water's just not going anywhere. So I think we chase all these policies. We're always chasing the money, but we need to be looking for value. We need to be replacing costs. Now, I encourage you, if you get a second, check out my feed. Look at the Ag Now article that I wrote for April. I talk about, the cake. A lot of, we're generating a lot of revenue on our acres. We're taking a lot off. We're getting better and better at producing crops, but how much are we keeping? If we get Trump money, is that going to go to us, or is it going to go to competitive bidding for cash rent? Is it going to go, if corn goes up to $5, do you think all of our suppliers aren't going to say, okay, corn's $5, let's ratchet everything up? We got guys, forward pricing next year for $4.30. Let's just increase it. That's the game of the commodities. It's always going to gravitate towards break even. So, that's why you got to try stuff to try to you got to eat other people's lunches, and I'm not being mean. I'm just saying you got to replace, you know, some cost out there, or we're just you know, we're just trading. But okay, as far as carbon, you know, it's just about increasing the number of days that we're grabbing liquid carbon. I think, you know, I am seeing a big rotational value as we go back to corn, just because I think we're, you know, we're just feeding the microbiology a lot more, having a living crop out here. And this will, all of our wheat acres have some volunteer wheat. I know we could do a lot better. It's got to be better for organic matter than just a soybean corn rotation. So I'll kind of go back on what we are working on, a manure regional processing plant, and we should be producing thousands of tons of biochar, a liquid effluent we can trade back with farmers. And that's where I think we can start mixing this biochar, maybe some poultry manure, taking the smell out. And I think we can start putting more of this carbon into the soil on a more distributed amount of acres. That was the initial problem from the beginning, is, okay, let's get a crop out here to uptake it. But I think we can do better, you know, getting rid of that water and all that stuff. But once that kind of comes set in stone, I'm really excited to share it with everybody. But we're losing light. At least we got these acres that are doing something out here. And it really continues to fill in as we have these warm days. So all you can do is try. What do you think, Bogey? Give you a couple close picks before I go. And again, this is the most low budget system there ever was. Got an old 750 drill, just pig shit, 750 drill, old Kinsey planter. You know, so that's the other tangent, is we gotta lighten this equipment up to be able to have more working days. So Zach's been sharing me design we had talked about, Zach at Rabbit, and it's pretty cool what he's came up with. Kind of like a slit seeder that can grab seeds and put it in the soil, and we can use this whisker system. He's going to come out to the field day. But just imagine having, you know, 12 robots go down here and place the soybeans more in a you know, pattern where we got more equidistant spacing both on the soybeans and the beans. Imagine shelling corn and having wheat there to have more time to tiller, and we could do both. Maybe just plant your corn with your tractors. We're gonna do some of that this fall, and glad to find somebody that'll work with me on that. But all right, thanks for watching. Unfortunately, we didn't get this wheat planted. We didn't get it planted until the 21st of October. The stuff we planted on the 2nd is headed out, and it would be a lot taller. But I just couldn't get the manure hauled and get it dried out in time. But best dog there ever was. Aren't you, buddy? All right. See ya.